I'd buy that for $1.
Sadness from the Ghostbuster news. So yes, we do know that Ghostbusters 5 or 6, whatever it is happening. But Dan Aykroyd's saying that it's probably not looking like any of the original cast is going to return for it. I'm actually relatively okay with that.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
I feel like them having their cameos constantly doing that again in a third film now would be too much pandering. Like, just let it go on and be its own animal now.
It's surprising they got him back for the last one, right?
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
so.
surprising that they got Bill Murray back for the last one. He is
To say the
always
least.
so hard to nail down for this.
Especially for Ghostbusters. Any other movie, he'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. When it comes to Ghostbusters, I'll be there in 15 years.
Yeah, we'll see.
Even with the original, they weren't entirely sure he was gonna, because he had never gotten back to anybody that, yeah, I am involved, until they started filming and he showed up on set after getting back from making a movie in Paris.
And he was late.
Yeah, he was late.
So I've contemplated a couple times watching either of these new ones. Would any of you guys suggest either of the new ones?
I would recommend Afterlife as the only real film to follow up with. I like it the most. It's not the best, but it's better than Frozen Empire, which feels like there's about 30 different ideas thrown in there, mixed in a blender, and here you go. Afterlife is a bit more coherent. It's definitely a different vibe. It's definitely away from New York, so it doesn't feel the same, but it is by Jason Reitman, and Ankroyd and everybody else came back as a favor for Ivan passing away, and they liked the script enough. Yeah. So, but Bill phones it in. If you want a proper sequel, play the Ghostbusters video game on.
He doesn't phone it in at that at all. Not at all.
He sounds like he was on a phone in that video game.
Here's something interesting on that is he didn't record all of his lines. Ramis and Aykroyd came back as a favor to the game producers to pick up Murray's slack. So there were several bits of dialogue that Venkman was supposed to do that came from Egon and Ray instead.
Not surprising.
Not shocked.
And the only reason that they hired Murray's brother to be the voice of the mayor was to try to entice Bill to come back.
So they hired him to play Jock?
Yeah, because originally they were going to have the guy who played Lenny come back.
Margalis, was that his last name?
Margulies, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that all kind of explains that. And then
if I were Bill Murray, I would be big timing everyone constantly. I'm Bill Murray. I can do it.
That's true. He's earned the right to do it. It's just like, do you not like this franchise, or do you? Like, take your poison on that.
I don't think that they ever necessarily really did. Like, Dan, of course, but
I mean, that was his baby.
Yeah, basically.
Everyone else, it's kind of a job, except for Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson's the one that's been keeping the candle lit for the longest time.
Well, if the paycheck's involved, you damn sure he's going to believe in anything you write or say.
It makes me feel good.
And he's even said, as long as he's able to do it, he wants to play the part.
Oh, yeah. And he's, 79, 80 himself, and he's fucking yoked as a brick shit house.
Oh, dude, he's in better shape than me. I'm like 30
better shape
years
than all
younger.
of us put together, probably.
Oh, he could kick all our asses without breaking a
70.
sweat.
He's 70, yeah. Yeah, he's in phenomenal shape.
Oh, he's in amazing shape.
So, but the Frozen Empire movie is pretty good. It's not a bad movie. It's an incomplete movie because, like Jeff said, they tried fitting way too many things into a short period of time. They tried to make it a bit more like the cartoon. So where they have different types of weapons. There's now a different type of ghost. Or a different class of ghost, so it's not as strong as Gozer, but it's still much stronger than, say, like Slimer. you just don't see that ghost until the very end, and then there's not enough of it. And that's where the big complaint of the last movie was, for me, was you don't see enough of the villain.
Yeah, I did want to see more of Garaka. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Fun, but
and
like
like
as
you
a
were saying, Kev, it really
critical.
did feel like an episode of the real Ghostbusters. So, I mean, and that, yeah, especially if you're going with like the early seasons, the stuff J. Michael Straczynski was involved with, you
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
Yeah. And it wasn't like the 2016 remake that I couldn't wait for the fucking thing to end. And like I was rolling my eyes so hard that like you could hear the gravel hit going up inside my head.
I still haven't seen that.
Kev, I think I might need to see a doctor, dude.
I didn't like that movie. It was just so poorly edited and written. It's like maybe they might have had some funny shit in here, but they edited it so poorly and so. Anyway.
So it's just end up like a Ghostbusters smoothie, just no resolution, no focus. Is that what you mean by like they did try to do too much?
Yeah, like they call it Ghostbusters, but they don't actually bust a ghost. Like they trap one for a minute and then it gets let out and kills Bill Murray. And you don't really see it again.
Kind of like the Godzilla movie situation where finally in Godzilla X Kong, they realized we want Godzilla and King Kong. We don't want the humans. Give us the monsters. You're saying they're not giving you the monster.
Yep.
Kind of, yes. Yeah. Well, you got monsters. They just didn't do anything proper with them, I guess. Bust them. I don't know. They eventually like zapped them away, killed them. Like killed ghosts. I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
Let's kill things.
Anyway,
kill things that are already dead.
I didn't like it. Like, and everyone's like, oh, it's because you're misogynistic. No, I liked the movie when they called it Bridesmaids. It was funny then. I just didn't like when they redid the same fucking movie with the same cast and just called it Ghostbusters.
A friend of mine said it was basically an extended Saturday Night Live sketch.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't care for Bridesmaids. I said it.
I haven't
Never
seen
saw
that one
it.
either.
Overrated.
I don't know why. There was a lot of it that I really thought was funny. I don't know why. Like the getting
it wasn't terrible.
Overrated, getting fucked up on the plane on like what was it, Vicodin and booze on a plane was just like hysterical to me. I don't know why.
You feel represented
a little bit, yeah. like that smile of it. This plane could crash and I'm okay. It's like, girl, I live my life like that every day. I see you. So maybe I felt represented.
So I have an idea. I want to see what you think for the next one. I think they should just go ahead and time jump and we get to Ghostbusters 2099. Here's the premise. Not only have they been capturing the ghost and they have them in the thing, they have figured out how to harness those as an alternative energy source. The entire city is powered by ghost power. Everything is ghost powers. We got ghost in the machine. Ghostbusters 2099.
I dig it.
That was very close to what the original script for the movie was supposed to be back in the late 70s.
Ooh. And then they all caused Y2K. But why 3K?
There you go.
Ghostbusters 29.99. They're all just
we're gonna get back to counting.
They're all just a bunch of sex bots that rose up against us and took over, and now they're busting ghosts.
Sex bots are busting something.
Hey, sex bots are on the way, everybody.
We all know the robots are taking over, and we all know. We know which robots are going to get mistreated the most. So I'm just saying, if there's a robot uprising, I know which ones are uprising first.
Elon's.
Yes. The Sexamatron 9000.
Thank you for watching this clip from our Deadwire live streams every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Did you like this clip? If so, please make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe to this video. Stay tuned to all of our video content. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.